Imagine that, despite so many people seeking peace, hope, and purpose every day, many still live with restless hearts, trapped by fear, anxiety, and the weight of life's difficulties. But there's a subtle truth, almost invisible, that imprisons millions of people in the silence of their own battles. Dependence on an external force to find what already exists within us. This trap isn't an external problem, nor an enemy we can see with our eyes. It's a desperate search for divine validation when the answer has always been in our own essence. Today, here at Daily Prayer, we're going to reveal how to break this barrier and discover that you don't need a traditional God, just pure energy and intention and attention. What you're going to hear until the end can completely transform how you connect with the sacred. Because the most powerful revelation about your true divine nature will come last. Welcome to Daily Prayer, a place of prayer, faith, and daily inspiration created especially so you never walk alone on your spiritual journey. If you're here, it's because something inside you whispers that there's a more authentic way to connect with the divine. Subscribe to the Daily Prayer channel, leave your like, comment your experience, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. Because what we're going to discover together can free you from years of spiritual dependency. I stopped praying the traditional way a long time ago, not for lack of faith, but because I got tired of supplicating. I got tired of feeling small before something that seemed so distant. I got tired of waiting for answers that came in whispers so low that I doubted if they were real. Until I discovered something revolutionary. The sacred isn't in stone temples. It's not in elaborate rituals. It's not in decorated words or repeated genuflections. The sacred pulses in every cell of your body. It breathes in every beat of your heart. It lives in every thought you choose to nurture. You were taught to seek God outside of you, to pray upward, to ask for permission, to feel unworthy until proving otherwise. But what if I told you that this external search is exactly what separates you from true spiritual connection? The energy that moves the stars is the same that makes your blood circulate. The force that makes flowers bloom is identical to the one that makes your dreams take shape. The intelligence that organizes the entire universe inhabits at this exact moment the silence between your thoughts. You don't need intermediaries. You don't need divine approval. You don't need to prove that you're worthy of love, peace, abundance. You're already the perfect manifestation of the universal creative force. You're already temple. You're already altar. You're already the prayer itself. Think with me. When you feel genuine gratitude, where is it born? In heaven, somewhere distant? No, it sprouts from your chest, expands through your body, radiates through your eyes. Gratitude is your divine energy recognizing itself. When you truly love, where does this force come from? From outside you? Impossible. Love is your purest essence expressing itself. It's your divine nature in motion. It's you being God through a human heart. And when you decide to forgive, transform pain into wisdom, choose hope in the midst of chaos, who's doing this? An external force? Or is it your soul remembering who it really is? True prayer isn't talking to God. It's God talking through you. It's not asking the universe. It's the universe expressing itself as you. It's not seeking spiritual connection. It's recognizing that you were never disconnected. Your energy is your prayer. Your intention is your creative power. Every thought you choose to sustain is a command given to the universe. Every emotion you allow to flow is a vibration that attracts corresponding realities. But here's what religious traditions didn't tell you. You don't need specific formulas. You don't need sacred schedules. You don't need right words or correct postures. You just need conscious presence and clear intention. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs. This movement happens without you needing to ask anyone's permission. Your heart beats without you needing to beg to stay alive. Your cells renew without you needing to perform rituals to deserve healing. Life flows through you automatically. This isn't a miracle, it's your divine nature operating. The same power that keeps you breathing is what can transform your reality when you learn to direct it consciously. True prayer is energetic attunement. It's aligning your internal vibration with what you desire to experience. It's not begging external forces. It's remembering that you are the force. You are the creative energy in action. When you wake up in the morning and choose gratitude before even getting out of bed, you're praying. When you breathe deeply before reacting with anger and choose to respond with compassion, you're praying. When you look at your scars and choose to see wisdom instead of trauma, you're praying. Every conscious choice is a sacred act. Every moment of full presence is communion with the divine. Every time you choose love instead of fear, you're exercising your purest divine power. But let me tell you something that completely changed my understanding about spiritual energy. For years, I believed I needed to empty myself to receive blessings, that I needed to diminish myself to be worthy, that I needed to suffer to deserve grace, until I realized I'm not an empty vessel waiting to be filled. I am the source itself. I'm not a spiritual beggar knocking at heaven's door. I am heaven experiencing itself through a human form. Divine energy isn't waiting for you to become perfect to manifest through you. It's already manifesting now, in this moment. Through your capacity to feel, to think, to choose, to love, to create, your intention is more powerful than any memorized prayer. When you clearly define what you desire to experience, not as supplication, but as declaration of who you're choosing to be, the universe has no choice but to respond. Because you're not asking the universe. You are the universe deciding what to create through this specific form called your name. Think of a tree. It doesn't pray to produce fruit. It simply follows its nature, grows toward the light, absorbs nutrients, and naturally produces exactly what it's programmed to create. You're the same. You don't need to beg to have a full life. You just need to follow your divine nature, grow toward what expands you, absorb experiences that nourish you, and naturally produce love, creativity, wisdom, peace. The difference between you and the tree is that you have free will. You can choose to grow toward the light or stay shrunk in shadow. You can choose to absorb nutritious thoughts or feed on mental toxicity. Your energy responds to commands you give through your dominant thoughts. If you spend the day thinking about scarcity, your energy vibrates at frequency of lack. If you cultivate thoughts of abundance, your energy magnetizes opportunities. This isn't forced positive thinking. This is spiritual mechanics. Just as gravity works regardless of whether you believe in it, your energy works regardless of whether you completely understand how. The only difference is that when you understand how it works, you stop fighting against your own creations and begin to consciously co-create with life. I'm going to teach you now the most powerful method I've discovered to connect energy and intention without depending on any external religious structure. It's so simple you might think it's impossible. It's so direct, it might question everything you were taught about spirituality. Sit comfortably. Breathe deeply 3 times. We're not performing ritual. We're just creating internal space for your natural energy to reorganize. Place one hand on your heart. Feel it beating. This rhythm wasn't created by you, but happens in you. It's living proof that something greater is already operating through your existence. Now, instead of asking something from an external force, make an internal declaration. Not as supplication, but as recognition. For example, I am peace. I radiate peace. I experience peace in all areas of my life. Feel these words in your body. Don't just think them. Feel them vibrating in your cells. Notice how your body responds when you speak your spiritual truth with authority, not with begging. The difference is radical. When you ask, you assume you don't have. When you declare, you recognize you already are. And energy follows recognition, always. Now breathe and declare, I am love. I radiate love. I attract love in all forms. Feel how this resonates differently from, please send me love, or I hope someone loves me. Your energy changes instantly. Your internal posture transforms. You stop vibrating lack and begin vibrating fullness. And the universe, which is pure energy responding to energy, aligns with your new vibration. But attention, this isn't manifestation technique. This isn't law of attraction. This is recognition of your true nature. You're not trying to become divine. You're remembering you always were. The resistance you feel doing this comes from years being taught that humility means diminishing yourself. That spirituality means placing yourself below something greater. But what if real humility were honestly recognizing the power that already exists in you? Jesus said, "You are gods." Buddha taught that everyone possesses Buddha nature. Mystical traditions worldwide point to the same truth. Divinity isn't in temples, it's in you. The difference between people who live extraordinary lives and people who feel victims of circumstances isn't access to a different God. It's recognition of their own creative power. When you wake up knowing your energy directs your experience, you stop waiting for life to happen to you and begin consciously co-creating. When you understand that your clear intention is cosmic command, you stop hoping things work out and take responsibility for the vibration you're emitting. Let me be even more specific. Right now, your energy is creating your next moment. The thoughts you're sustaining now are magnetizing the experiences you'll have tomorrow. If you're thinking about problems, your energy is aligned with more problems. If you're thinking about solutions, your energy is magnetizing possibilities. If you're thinking in gratitude for what you already have, you're vibrating abundance. This works regardless of whether you attend church, temple, terreiro, or any religious space. It works because it's natural law, not religious law. Now comes the most important part: how to sustain this energy throughout the day when the world seems to conspire to disconnect you from your own divinity. First, create energetic reminders. Every time you wash your hands, remember, I am divine energy in action. Every time you breathe consciously, I am the universe experiencing itself through this form. Second, transform problems into opportunities to exercise spiritual power. When something irritates you, instead of complaining, declare, I choose peace. I radiate peace. I'm greater than this situation. Third, practice gratitude not as obligation, but as recognition of abundance already existing. Don't thank to deserve more. Thank because you recognize you're already rich in life, in possibilities, in creative power. You're beginning to realize you don't need external salvation because you were never lost. You don't need divine redemption because you were never condemned. You don't need external miracles because you are the miracle. Your conscious existence in this moment is the greatest possible miracle. Billions of cosmic coincidences aligned perfectly for you to be here, now capable of thinking, feeling, choosing, and creating. Now we arrive at the most powerful revelation I promised from the beginning. The truth that can free you from decades of spiritual dependency and connect you with your most authentic power. Your whole life you were taught that spirituality is about connection with something greater than you. But what if I told you that true spirituality is recognizing there's nothing greater than you, because you are the very expression of the infinite? You're not separate from the universe trying to connect with it. You are the universe experiencing itself subjectively. There's no you and God. There's God being you. There's no you and cosmic energy. There's cosmic energy taking form as your consciousness. At this exact moment, the same intelligence that moves galaxies is moving your thoughts. The same force that makes stars be born is making your heart beat. The same creativity that sculpts mountains is sculpting your dreams. You don't need to seek the sacred because you are the sacred knowing itself. You don't need to find God because God never got lost. It's just playing at being you, temporarily. When you understand this deeply, everything changes. You stop begging for blessings and recognize that you are the blessing. You stop asking for miracles and realize your conscious existence is the miracle. You stop seeking purpose out there and understand that your purpose is simply to be with all the authenticity, creativity, and love you can express. But here's the final secret. You don't need to believe this for it to be true. You just need to experience it. And the most direct experience of your divine nature happens when you align energy with clear intention. Close your eyes one last time. Place both hands on your heart. Feel life pulsing in you. This life isn't yours. You are its manifestation. This consciousness isn't your property. You are the form it chose to know itself. Breathe and declare with all interior authority, I am life knowing itself. I'm love expressing itself. I'm wisdom unfolding. I'm peace radiating. Feel this in your body, not as mental concept, but as cellular truth. You're not pretending to be divine. You're remembering you never stopped being. From now on, each morning you wake up, you have a choice. Will you live as spiritual beggar, asking for crumbs of happiness from external forces, or will you live as conscious manifestation of universal creative power? Will you pray, asking for your life to improve, or will you recognize that you are the force that can transform your life through conscious choices aligned with loving energy? Will you wait for signs from heaven? Or will you understand that you are heaven sending signs through intuitions, synchronicities, and opportunities? Your energy is your prayer. Your intention is your cosmic command. Your conscious presence is your greatest offering to the universe. You don't need external temples because your body is sacred temple. You don't need intermediaries because you are direct connection. The ritual ends here, but presence continues. You don't need to repeat formulas to deserve abundance. You're already abundance taking human form. You don't need to prove dignity to receive love. You're already love experiencing itself subjectively, without supplication, without dependency, without spiritual smallness, just recognition of truth. You are perfect manifestation of universal creative source, expressing itself as individual consciousness, capable of co-creating reality through energy aligned with clear intention. If you watched until here, say in the comments, I am divine energy in action. Let this declaration be your first act of recognizing your own divinity. Subscribe to the Daily Prayer channel. Activate the bell to receive more content that connects you with your authentic spiritual power. Share this video with someone who needs to remember who they really are. And watch the next videos that appear on your screen now. How to talk directly with the universe without intermediaries, and the secret that religions don't want you to know about your inner power. Because your journey of recognizing your own divinity is just beginning. You don't need salvation. You are the salvation the world was waiting for. You don't need external light. You are the light that came to illuminate your own human experience. Go in peace. But remember, peace isn't somewhere out there. Peace is you recognizing your true nature.